now it's time for another Pimpy's reaction video.
Yay!
Recently I was asked about these two people. Now him I know. He's been on a jock of the Democratic Party for quite some time. This woman I've never seen in my life. Let's go ahead and hear what these people sent to me and see what we think about them, shall we?
What the Republican Party doesn't understand about Gen Z is we don't like you. You claim you want to appeal to Gen Z, but you call us stupid.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. They make really bad decisions.
But you call us stupid, you say we're dumb, you say we're indoctrinated. I promise it's a losing strategy. And Gen Z is watching the Republican Party extremely closely as they destroy our environment, take rights away from women, do nothing about kids being shot in schools, and if they think they can give the middle finger to our generation and get away with it, they're sorely mistaken.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's kind of hard to get behind Harry and anything that he's doing. No, don't get me wrong. He's got his hustle going on. He gets paid to say what he's doing. He's been exposed for a long time. All you have to do is pay attention to what they say when they are off script. I want you to hear the response of Chris Mowry.
I've never seen a video of you guys being introspective at all. In the sense that it just seems like you're cheerleaders for one side. Instead of going, hey, I'm a young guy. I want to be involved. And I'm passionate about this, but maybe our side isn't perfect in this way and that way.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's actually really hard in this space, right? We have 45 seconds to record a video, keeping people's attention. And a lot of the people on our side, if they start hearing, I've actually done it before. I've criticized Democrats, specifically Hakeem Jeffries, and it all just went south. I started losing followers. It's bad, right? And I really want to be that person that reaches the other side, because Democrats, I mean, they're horrible at their jobs, right? They do a lot of shitty things, although I'll vote for them all the time.
Yeah, the Democrats are horrible at their job. It's nice to hear him say that. But he's more concerned about the subscribers. You heard what he said. He said something bad about Hakeem Jeffries, and he lost a ton of subscribers. If you focus more on your subscribers, then you probably shouldn't be in the arena. You should be able to say what's on your mind, and your followers should respect your opinion and stay with you the whole time. You gain more respect that way. But I believe in the other video, they were talking about Gen Z. Gen Z was watching them, and Gen Z does not like Republicans. Isn't that what they said? Why Gen Z men voted for Trump? Yeah, Gen Z came through for Trump this election. This is from the university. How does Gen Z feel about the election and President-elect Trump? Well, if you come down here and say there was low enthusiasm for President Biden, they got a little bit more excited, at least the Gen Z women did, when Kamala Harris stepped into the arena. But their claim was that she didn't have long enough to really get to introduce herself. My thing is, she's been here for 4 years. You should have known enough about her by then. But they go on to say that the Gen Z men were drawn to Trump, who went to the podcast that they listened to and had support from social media influencers who they follow. They said that type of media exposure resonated with young men. Donald Trump employed an expert social media campaign. Many influencers were wearing MAGA hats, and they were wearing it on their own. Trump's support was grassroots. It was organic. It wasn't like Kamala Harris, who was paying for people to endorse her. Gen Z is one of the people that jumped aboard the Trump train and got Trump across the finish line. But now that the election is over, Harry's job is to just bash Trump, even though he doesn't check his own facts. Trump's not even been in office a full month, and people are already jumping on Trump saying, how come oil prices are high? How come inflation is high? Yeah, well, he just barely got into office. Give him time, but they like to spread lies and rumors like this one.
We have some major breaking news. Donald Trump's State Department is awarding Tesla, one of Elon Musk's companies, a $400 million government contract. Yeah, that's right. The State Department's procurement forecast, revised as of late December 2024, lists Tesla as the recipient of the largest expected contract, with Marco Rubio's department planning to buy $400 million worth of armored Tesla. The award is targeted for Q4 and is forecast to last around 5 years. The procurement forecast is listed as having been modified on December 13th, 2024, a month after Donald Trump's election. And here you can see the actual forecast from the Department of State, and there it is, $400 million for armored Tesla. So let me just get this straight. Elon Musk, the wealthiest man in the world, is trying to get access to your personal data at the Treasury Department and a number of other government agencies, while also simultaneously receiving the largest State Department contract of 2025. That looks like some pure corruption to me. Donald Trump's entire goal is enriching himself and his buddies. Elon Musk should not be working for the executive branch at DOGE while also receiving government contracts.
Yeah, he's the idiot. He didn't even catch what he said. He said a month after the election. Well, Trump doesn't take office for almost 3 months after the election there. And he should have caught this, but his brain doesn't allow him to do that. You see, either the people that he works for is aware of this, and they don't give a crap, and they just want them to go out and hit their talking points. He wasn't the only person to bring this up. They look like idiots when they say this, but they all had the same talking points.
Well, now, as the top campaign donor to U.S. President Donald Trump, Elon Musk has apparently somehow convinced the United States government, specifically the United States Department of State, that the taxpayers of the United States of America should spend $400 million buying, quote, armored Tesla production units.
A few moments later,
the State Department would have issued that contract under Biden's administration. So I'm sure Rachel Maddow is going to correct that on a subsequent broadcast. I can't wait to see it.
A few moments later.
Last night, we reported on this fiscal year 2025 procurement prospectus from the U.S. State Department. It is dated December 2024 during the Biden administration. This is after the November election, but before Trump was sworn in.
So yeah, Harry's out there spreading lies. That or he's too stupid to realize what he was saying. But he's not the only one. Let's get over to this other idiot.
You may have seen that Elon Musk posted this, that his DOGE team discovered that FEMA sent $59 million to luxury hotels in New York City to house migrants, and that they took this money from American disaster relief, and instead of spending it on Americans, they spent it on immigrants, and that they were taking it back. People got fired over this. This is all a lie. FEMA, like every organization that is given money by the government, has very strict rules of how they can spend money. He's claiming this money is being spent on illegal migrants and on illegals when it's not. It's being spent on non-citizen migrants, and non-citizen migrants are someone who are here legally. He's claiming that that $59 million was supposed to be spent on American disaster relief. The Disaster Relief Fund, which is what goes to hurricane victims, is a completely different fund from FEMA. So DOGE isn't finding fraud. They're looking at publicly available information and trying to make you believe that they're finding things that have been kept secret.
Oh, check out Sherlock Holmes here. She was so excited to jump on the internet and say this crap without actually paying attention to what she was saying. Why is she pointing up there? Obviously didn't do her research. Well. Immigration agencies ordered not to use terms illegal alien under new Biden policy. The Biden administration is ordering U.S. immigration enforcement agencies to change how they talk about immigrants. The term illegal alien and assimilation are out, replaced by undocumented non-citizen or integration. So they are illegal aliens. It's just that the administration told the news people and immigration to use these terms, undocumented non-citizen versus illegal alien. They're still the same thing. They're illegal aliens. Also, an undocumented citizen is somebody who snuck across our border and was not vetted, crossed the border illegally. As far as FEMA is concerned, they did send the money illegally. People did get fired. Kristi Noem claws back FEMA funding of illegal immigrants housing in New York hotels. So if you just scroll down just a little bit, you can see right here, effective immediately, FEMA is terminating the employment of 4 individuals for circumventing leadership to unilaterally make egregious payments for luxury New York City hotels for migrants. So yes, they did get fired. They weren't just looking around for publicly known knowledge to make up stories. It's legit. You can see right here, $59 million was taken back. So much for Sherlock Holmes there. But like I said, all the endorsements and support for the Democrats is all paid for.
About a week ago, I received this email. What they were asking for is $1,500 for anti-Trump content on TikTok. So they basically sent me this kind of like creator brief with all the asks that they have and everything, and like do's and don'ts, like don't show any form of support for Donald Trump and his allies, gloat about Harris and her allies, attack Trump supporters for their intellectual or personal values. This is actually a campaign with future forward.
And that's where you got people like Harry. Look, DOGE has a website, dogetracker.com. You can come over here and see what it is that Elon Musk is doing. 502 days until January the 4th, 2026. That's when this whole thing's supposed to be done. They've already saved $49.09 billion. That's not counting the $200 billion that Lee Zeldin found over at the EPA. So they found all this money, and they only audited 2.5% of all the departments. They're not done yet. So USADA, $420 million saved. The Department of Education, $373 million saved. United States Department of Health and Human Services, $182 million saved. So they're not done. Here's all their initiatives. Here's their values. I'll leave the link down below in the description so you can come check this out. This is only 2.5% of the work done. Right now they're being held up by activist judges. We knew this was coming, but the left is going to fight this as long as they can because they are afraid to get exposed for all the corruption that they've been involved in. So Harry is a fraud. Every time he goes on interviews, he gets his ass kicked. But it works good for them. They got their subscribers to follow them. Don't question them because they don't do the research themselves. Anyways, you guys, I'm curious to hear what you say. What do you think of people like this? When they know they're wrong, they just continue to spread lies. In your opinion, are these type of people credible? Let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.